All right, boom people. We attempted to do something with another camera today. That didn't work out. So we're going to focus on the DV8 Trouble Maker Solid.
So big, you can't even see my face. Ballin' on the court, make them chase. Buzzer beater, shot clock, first place.
Trouble Maker Solid. So, DV8 Trouble Maker Solid. Digital camo colored. That's different. For those of you that are familiar with the Trouble Maker series, they came out with a hybrid that had surface on it. Then they come out with a pearl that came out shiny. And it was actually pretty strong for a symmetrical pearl. And now they have the solid. It comes out with 1500 grit, medium differential, fairly low RG if I remember correctly. I'll put the specs on the screen here. And have not thrown this yet and have not warmed up yet. So I expect a terrible shot with a terrible reaction right out of the gate. So we'll see what happens. Low expectations. Let's see how bad I can. Well, as expected, it read the lane early. Not that I threw it worth a crap, but you can see it read the lane early. And that's okay. We get a lane shine on it, that'll change. This is a fresh house shot today. So, let's see what else I can do here. I'm only shooting at this because I need to warm up. Definitely early. Early and not much down lane. You can see it try to read the lane and then kind of die. That's okay. We're gonna make that better as we go here, as we get loose. Plus we're getting oil on the balls, so that'll help. 1500 grit. Every once in a while I like a ball at 1500. I think that hater I really liked at 1500. It had a higher RG though, which the higher RG helps it get down lane a little bit. It's just so early. So early. That's okay, we're gonna get it. I drifted right on that shot too. So this ball is marketed for no thumbers, but for those of you that aren't aware, it works for everybody. There are certain layouts that are recommended to help with trying to get the desired reaction you're looking at without using a thumb hole because of those voids in the core. That's the whole idea behind it. I use my thumb, so it really doesn't affect me. Well, let me clarify that. It could affect me. Look at that. It could affect me as far as my reaction goes. But for the most part, with me using my thumb, I don't really use those layouts into consideration how I'm gonna lay it out. To me, I lay this out like any other symmetrical ball that I would have laid out any other time. For someone that isn't using the thumb, I would refer to the DV8 website where they go over all those layouts. All right, that one actually went through the pins really good. Still not loose, so. Oh, got that in. Ha! All right, so throw a bad strike. It's always a good sign. So I tell you this much, the Trouble Maker came out with the hybrid version, like I said earlier, with the surface. It really stood out to a lot of bowlers where they felt like it was kind of a game changer. And that was to those that used their thumb, didn't use their thumb. Can't remember which bowler it was. For those of you that are watching that know who I'm talking about, say it in the comments. I think one of the DV8 staff drilled up like 6 of these immediately. I don't know how many it was, but it was a bunch. That's a little closer to target. Yeah. So that one there, targeting 18 at the arrows. I hit 17. Sorry, I was looking away from the camera. I was trying to remember what I even did because I'm really not thinking yet. I'm just getting warmed up, but I think I hit 17 there. And the ball before that I got in, I got the left side of 18, might as well say 19, I guess. And it just sat there and held and went through the pins. The two ways you leave 10 pins, a lot of times you get the ball in, the ball skids through the oil too far, doesn't get into its third phase of the roll phase, and leaves a 10 pin, or you miss right, it gets into the roll phase too early, dies out, and then goes forward through the pins, leaves a 10 pin. But I've already shown I can miss right and miss left, at least for the moment here, and still strike. That's pretty good. That's dead on target. Ah, that's what it takes to leave a 10. Throw it perfect. And now I know. That was pretty exactly what I meant to do. I guess probably what I'm seeing out of this ball so far is kind of what I expected. It's an overall rounding arc because of the cover, and the cover is going to be 80% of the reaction you see. You can take any ball out there, change the cover drastically, and see a drastic difference in the reaction. The layout I put on this ball is pretty standard for my symmetricals. I play with the pin distance to PAP a little bit, but it's 50, which the first number doesn't matter on a symmetrical, and then by 4, and then the last number is 35. 35 is a common number I use. A lot of my stuff, whether it's ASIMs or Sims, but this one I stuck with 4 inches to PAP because I did want it to be a little bit stronger as far as pin to PAP placement. So that's what I went with. I wanted it to be rounded and continuous. So far, it's what I'm seeing. I think I'm gonna like it the more games I get on it. That's pretty dead on target again. Late 10. Yeah. So it's one of those deals. It's if I miss a little right, it's reading the lane at the right spot and getting through the pins better, getting up to 10 better. And I'm not sure why it's carrying the 10 when I get it in. Just luck, I guess. I didn't do it a whole lot yet. So I guess the idea there would be to stay where I'm at. Go ahead and target that one more right. See what the ball will do and test it out. So I will do that as well. I'm going to target 17. 17, 18. Still late to the 10. See, getting the 10 out. I left the 110, and I thought I threw pretty good. Probably, if anything, maybe if I just softened up on the roll a little bit. What I'm going to try to do here, I don't know if there's another. Anybody here can say in the comments if you can know of another ball that has this color scheme. I don't know if I remember a ball having quite this color scheme. Let's give it another shot here. I'm gonna move right. 4 right. And try to get straight up the back of it a little bit, take my hand out of it. Oh, that's bad. No, it wasn't. Bad turned into good. I got a little more hand on that one than I wanted. I thought it was going to dive through the face, but it didn't. And it went through the pins good. So let's try that again, make sure it wasn't a fluke. This time, do it like I mean to instead of hitting it that much. I didn't hit it a lot, but I hit it more than I wanted to. Same spot. This time targeting 15. And I missed right. Oh, it is nasty from there. Okay, so all the bad shots I throw seem to strike. That's awesome. The ball's nasty from there. I don't know what's gonna happen when I finally throw it right. All right, same spot. One of these times I'm gonna hit my target. We'll find out. Aiming for 15, I hit 13 last time. That's 14, that's closer. Still really good from there. Wow, that's impressive. So with the Trouble Maker Pearl, didn't seem like a lot of people talked about it for some reason. It's hard for me to understand why some I understand why they get popular. Some balls that don't get popular really blow my mind. The Trouble Maker was such a big hit when it first came out, and then when the Trouble Maker Pearl came out, not a lot of people talked about it. Honestly, it was like one of my favorite Pearl sims, but it is what it is. This one, because I like the other two Trouble Makers, doesn't shock me that I'm liking it so far. Probably the only thing that I was a little hesitant on was the 1500 grit. And for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, know a lot of sims that are solids, I don't tend to get to use a lot. Some I do, a lot of them I don't. The Hazmat Solid by the Hammer was really good for me. I still have that. I may have to do a comparison video with that and this, because I did like that Hazmat Solid a lot. I like the Cuda Power Core Solid a lot. So far I'm liking this one, but I was a little hesitant because of the 1500 grit. I didn't know how that was going to affect the reaction, but so far it is super nice. Try this again. It's so good. I feel like it's a fluke. I had Richard right on that when I checked. It seems so good there. I felt like it had to be wrong. I got to keep doing it just to convince myself it's real. I'm gonna get one more good shot in that spot, and then we're gonna try going further left on the left side of that. Where I started at the beginning of this video is probably where I would typically try to play in this house. But let's get this down real quick first. Okay, targeting 15. Oh, nasty from there. Okay, so far it was good in the medium range zone where I played at, and then when I moved to the right, it's really good there. That's exciting because typically with a sim in this house, if I move right and take my hand out of it, it's going to hit like a marshmallow. This thing's killing it from there. So we know it's good from the zone to the right. We know it's good from the zone in the middle. Let's move a little bit left. 3 left from where I was earlier. This time I'm going to target 19. Try to soften up and touch that friction. I don't know. This might be a little... I think the ball could potentially handle it. Not that I know that for sure yet. It may be a little early on this fresh condition for that ball to shine there, but let me give it a few more shots. I didn't throw that the greatest. I got it online, but I didn't throw it the greatest. Let me try that again. Targeting 19. My hand around it and soften up. Yeah, just not soft enough. One more try. I can actually get soft on it and see what it's capable of. And then we'll move on to my clutch shot. All right. DV8 Trouble Maker. I'm gonna have to drill one of these for Mrs. Boom. She's a troublemaker. All right, I'm gonna try to soften up again still. Yeah, that's a little softer. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's just too much right now for that ball, even though it's the 1500 grit. Because 1500 grit, it's gonna read the lane early, even in the oil, it's gonna try to read the lane early. But down lane, it's not gonna be able to change direction pretty hard until I get some more friction down there. And even then, I don't know if it would. Once I get a little shine on it, I'm gonna have to do another video once the shine. I know I've been trying to do videos once the ball has a shine on it. Today, I'm not able to do that. I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. I will be doing another comparison video with this ball at some point after I get the shine on it. But I'm trying to give you my initial thoughts right now. And for right now on this lane condition for me, and I'm getting in around 4th arrow, it's not really working for me. But the further right I go, the better it gets. And it seems to get really good there. So I'm gonna try to go in between those two areas I was at earlier. So I'm gonna go, I was at the middle and then the right. I'm gonna go in between those two zones and target 16. No, hit it too hard. And it still strikes. That's awesome. All right, that didn't throw that, hit it too hard. It's very hard for me to, like, from one ball to the next to just completely change my release. Shouldn't be, but it is. We're gonna get that. Let me try that again, because I know that's the right spot for that ball. All right, targeting 16. Oh, got it wide right. The ball's so good from there. So obviously I'm bowling on a house pattern. I missed right, caught friction. But if you notice when it caught friction, because I had my hand out of it and I kept my angle in front of me a little bit more, still went through the pins really good. I really like to throw one good ball there. I guess, you know what was going on down there. I guess put a little extra pressure on me. I can do my clutch shot from there and hopefully throw it right. Probably will throw it right, and that's when I won't strike. But I'm gonna throw it from there. My clutch shot, strike I win, 9 I tie. You know the story on that one. 8, big fat loser. There you go. Oh, I get it in the oil. I did everything right. It didn't look that good, but it still struck. But for sure, this ball works really good from out there. Pretty good till you get about the 4th arrow. I do believe once you get enough shine on, it's going to work in there as well. This ball, as far as who it's going to work for those of you that don't have a lot of hand, as you see when I took my hand out of it a little bit, moved right, it was super good. And then, so for guys that got a lot of speed, not a lot of hand, probably going to work really well if they want to sim. This is going to be like a top-notch sim option for you if you're that. If you do hit it a lot, you're probably going to be able to like it. You probably won't get to use it as much because I do believe it's pretty strong. It seems pretty strong. It does make a move, but it's going to be even arcing for you and stuff like that. So wide variety of people that's going to work for. I would say probably the only people I would not recommend this for is someone that has very slow speed and not able to get the ball down the lane. You're probably going to run into a lot of problems where the ball doesn't hit very strong. It's going to kind of hit weak. Other than that, I think about every bowler's style should work for this ball. So that's all I got. Boom out.